Hello everybody. On this page I explain the client-based business writing project in which you will engage in writing teams for the rest of the semester. And I chose to give you the description of the project before you actually started and at the stage where you form your writing teams and think about choosing the right kind of client for this project, because obviously in order for you to select a good client for this project that will allow you to have a good experience, you need to know what it is that I'm asking you to do for this project. So on this page, as well as in this video, I explain some of the key elements of this project, and you need to really try to understand and pay attention to what this page says in order to be successful. So in this video, I wanted to explain a couple of items that are a little bit more difficult to convey on paper or in writing, since we're not meeting face to face. And those items are, number one, the kind of client that you should be looking for this project, what is a good client, what is not a good client for this project, and then also the kinds of products, the kinds of documents, the kinds of business writing artifacts that you will hope to create for this client. Okay, so business writing is any kind of professional writing that allows a business, an organization, a nonprofit advance its goals and conduct its daily activities. So you should be looking for a client that is any business, any size, any location, nonprofit, organization, governmental entity, university agency, university department, which has a need for the use of written products, written documents, in order to advance its agenda, in order to conduct its regular affairs. So essentially, this is a very broad definition which allows you to look in a lot of different places. So it does not have to be a for-profit business. It does not have to be a bank or a car dealership or a company. It can be, but it's not limited to that. Your clients could also come from the nonprofit sectors, such as various community organizations, art organizations, anything like that. They can also be agencies of local governments, such as city governments, county governments, state governments. They could be university departments. They could be just about any organization. The only stipulation really that I have here is that it has to be some agency, some group, some organization, some business that uses or has a need for written products of some kind in order to function, in order to advance its mission. Could be a startup that needs to create a bunch of new documents, business plans, grant proposal applications, websites, anything like that. Or it could be an established organization, established company, which needs to implement some kind of a writing-based project. Okay, so this allows you to look really far and wide. This allows you to cast your net really widely to see what's out there. My second point is about the kinds of writing which I'm hoping you will create for this client in this class. So here's how I think you should approach this process. You should not go to a client and say, okay, I'm doing this thing for a school class and I need to write something for you. What do you have? That's the wrong approach, because then it places you in a weird position of just kind of taking whatever scraps they have for you to work on, and it's not going to be fulfilling and not a pleasant experience for the next 8 weeks. And it places them in a strange position where they have to find something for you to do that's not really interesting to them or important to them. So what I would insist on, what I would suggest that you guys do is when it comes time to approach the client, you would ask them something like, do you have any projects that are critical, that are important to your organization's mission and functioning, which require the creation of some kind of written product or products with which we can help you? And by written products, again, I mean a variety of different things. They could be print-based products, business plans, grant proposals, business bids, whatever. They could also be online products. For instance, if it's a startup in need of a website and your team has interest and expertise in web design, you could help them with that. If it's an organization that needs just to develop an online presence that comes in different shapes, a website, social media, etc., that could be a project. If it's an organization that needs to develop a publication such as a newsletter or a magazine, print or online, that could be another idea. A couple of words about social media. So what we don't want is someone telling you, yeah, great, we need to update our Facebook page and keep our Twitter account for the next 8 weeks. Could you do that? You could do that, but that's not really substantive, not very substantial, and it's not going to teach you anything really of any value. And so I would like you to stay away from those kinds of projects. So keeping social media accounts could be a part of a larger project, but certainly do not just say, I'm going to keep social media for this company, or we're going to do the social media upkeep for this company for the next 8 weeks and be done with that. That's not really enough. That's not substantial enough. So that's what I wanted to explain in this video. Read on the rest of this page where I talk about the purpose of this project, the reasons behind it, the target audiences for your writing, which of course will be negotiated with your client, and all the other requirements and all the other opportunities that you have in this project. And at any time, if you have any questions about any of this, please let me know. In this class, we have several experienced people who worked with me in previous classes on similar projects in other realms, such as proposal writing, and they have experience with this, and they can tell you that things went fine by and large, and that everything worked out okay. So if you have any anxieties or any worries about this, it's natural, but start working and things will come into focus and come into shape. Okay, thanks very much again, and contact me if you have any questions about this. Goodbye.